Just waiting for the SH300 to arrive. I'm very curious about the SH300. I've never thought about it before. I have thought about big scooters before because in Vietnam no scooters fit me. But the SH300 apparently has the exact same frame as the 150. So really, as far as I know, all you're getting is a larger engine, which seems kind of strange to me and not a big enough difference. I would say you want bigger engine, bigger frame to handle that power. But so let's see what this bike is like. So is it different to the SH150? Yes, it is. It has the power that the 150 should have had. I said it in my SH150 video, but I was very disappointed in the performance, the power, the just general feel of the bike. This is the bike that takes that very stable machine and gives it the power that it needed to have to get around traffic in a very safe, controlled way. I can absolutely see why someone would buy this, where I found it a lot harder to see why someone would buy the SH150, which I felt was just a glorified scooter with a huge price tag, and it wasn't better than its competition. The SH300, I can't compare it to the BMWs and the Vespas because I've not driven them, but this is a good bike. So well poised. And you got so much power. Oh my God, like you can just cream it on this bike. So I should say, I'm not interested in specs, numbers and stats. I like to drive different bikes and decide whether it's worth it to people, whether it's good or bad. It is good. If I had 200 grand sitting around in cash in my house, which some people do, I would probably go and buy one of these. Brakes, I mean, this is basically a brand new bike. The brakes are phenomenally good. Touch them and it just stops instantly. You got a lot of control, a lot of control. This bike also has traction control. I don't know what, oh, that's the ABS kicking in there. Cool. And it works really nicely. Wow, cool, I like that. Okay, we'll talk about legroom for a sec. I think this is the same as the 150, so I still have the issue of getting my legs stuck in the bike. The seat's still too small for me, but overall it's comfortable. It's a comfortable bike, I'm just too big for it. Scooters are looked at as city bikes, but there's actually no reason you can't do long distance journeys on this. Especially, you know, with this amount of power, and I've seen videos on YouTube of this thing going up to 100 kilometers an hour. It's a lazy way of traveling around in style, actually, and comfort. So you do have a city bike, but you can just take out the city and drive somewhere else. So that's the difference, I guess, between the 150 and the 300. You can just place this bike, like bam, you want to go there, you put it there. You want to overtake, you overtake. You have absolutely stunning control over the bike with a lot of power at such ease. There's no drama, unbelievably predictable, which is great if you're just wanting to get from A to B. These bumps, the ride is hard. I don't think it's the same as the Vietnamese scooters, which are very, very soft. Someone of my weight just squishes the suspension down. This one I think is balancing much better, but it is a hard ride, but it eats up the bumps, you know, well, comfortable. It's just a hard ride. All right, let's have a look at the weight quickly. But it's certainly small enough to get around parking lots, so it's not too bad. I'm not sure it's too much different to your average bike around. The seat, smallest seat space, but it's pretty standard again. Everything's standard, you just got all the control in the world and all the power in the world. It's cool. Yeah, you got a point there. The gas is still being filled up under the seat. That is super old school. Like nearly every scooter now has front filling gas. And the dashboard is still old school. Like Honda just don't want to update that stuff. Why, I don't know. So I like it. If I had 12 grand in the pocket, I would, well, a lot more than 12. If I had a lot of money in the bank and $12,000 was not a lot to me, then this is, you know, completely understand why people would buy this. But if you're stretching to afford that $12,000, then just keep to the normal everyday Vietnamese scooters. The gap difference between a normal everyday scooter and this is not huge.
Just turn it on and leave it.
No, the bike. I can't turn it on.
Can you turn it to the right?
No.
What is this?
That's traction control.
The fuck? Isn't it the same with your lead?
Lead hasn't got traction control.